just kind of grab it. I wrap it around sometimes, and you just want to like pull it back through, which I didn't know, but it doesn't always work with your roots, because it's not quite dreaded yet, especially with baby dreads, because it's not quite dreaded yet, there's nothing really to hold the loop in, so it takes some time. I was really worried about this guy actually, because up until probably like a week ago, it was dreaded from here down. I did this up with the crochet, and it seems to be holding up a lot better than it was. Yeah, I think they look pretty good. Let me move back like a little bit so that you can see. The sides, like I said, they're, whoa, they're a little bit bare, but once this guy's longer, it'll look better, and the side's nice and full. So, if anybody has any questions, I mean, I think I should be able to answer them. Yeah, not just questions, but if you have any, like, comments for me, please leave them. I will get back to you. I mean, I'm not an expert or anything, obviously. I've only had dreads for a couple weeks, but, I mean, I know a lot more than I used to. But what's funny is I live with my mom, and my mom knows that I have them. It's not a problem. Like, she could care less. I mean, she doesn't like them by any means, but my grandma liked them last time I did them, but she hasn't seen them this time, and my dad hasn't seen them yet either. So I'm hoping that I don't go up for a holiday and like have to take pictures and whatever, and have them see my dreads and like freak out. I'm really hoping that my dad doesn't freak, because that side of the family just kind of thinks that like appearance is everything, and that unless you have a good outer appearance that you're basically nothing. We got into a huge discussion about our black president, and they think that he was only elected because he was part white, and because he's not totally black, and that he is you know, kind of lighter skinned than other people. But I honestly think that it had nothing to do with him being white or black. I think he was a man who knew what he was talking about, and like he stood up, and like obviously he's not doing so well right now, but he stood up, he showed up, dressed nice, and you know, told them what he had to say and what he knew, and they ended up, you know, us as a nation ended up really liking what he had to say, and we really thought that maybe he could take us out of where we are right now, and it has nothing to do with race, color, appearance, anything like that. But that's how they feel. They're very racist people, and they're very they don't like gay people, and they are all about like what people think of them. Like, that's their life, is the outer appearance, and there's a lot more to life than that, really. Like, as I feel like as long as you love yourself, everybody else will love you, you know? You need to love yourself before anybody else can love you, and if you do love yourself, then people should love you. Because if you love yourself and you think you're a good person, then chances are that there's somebody else out there who will feel like you are that person that you think you are. Somebody else will find you, and you will find many people that love you for who you are if you just are yourself and you don't care what other people think. When you care about what other people think, it puts off, people can tell, you know, like, even I can tell, like, if I'm talking to someone, like, whether they think that I'm worried about what, you can just tell when people worry about what other people think of them. They try to impress people, and I don't do that. I don't enjoy people who do that, and I love myself. I do. I love who I am. I think I'm a good person, and if I'm pretty or not, I think I'm beautiful, both inside and out. That's just how I feel about myself, and if anybody ever had a problem with it, then fine, don't hang out with me. I don't even want to see your face. That's it. If you don't like me, then fine, that's not a problem. That's not going to get me down. That's not going to discourage me, because I know that there's so many people out there who do love me and who do think that I'm awesome and agree with me that I'm beautiful and intelligent and a good person. Like, that to me is the most important thing, is that if you're a good person, like, nobody likes liars, nobody likes people who cheat, and nobody likes people who steal. Because, you know what, you might think I'm just a hippie by saying it, but karma really does come back, you know, and those people who do bad things, you know what, they'll get theirs. They'll get theirs. They can live their life how they want, but they'll get theirs, and I don't want anything to do with those people, because you can't trust people like that. If somebody, like, is talking bad about somebody else while you're hanging out with them, like, you don't think that when they leave that they'll talk shit on you? Like, you don't think that they won't talk about you? Well, why wouldn't they? If they were just sitting talking about everybody else, why wouldn't they talk about you? You know, like, you can't trust people like that. I'm a person that says something to somebody's face if I have a problem with them. You know, I don't fight, though. I don't have problems with people because I'm against confrontation, I guess. I don't like it at all. It's just not for me. I like to stay out of that because it just brings you down, man. Just live your life happy. Like, why? Everybody's so worried about what everybody else is doing. Live your life. Worry about what you're doing. Worry about how you look instead of how that person sitting next to you looks, or how that person down the aisle looks, you know? Like, think about... I'm just rambling now. I think I'm gonna end this video because I don't think anybody wants to hear what I have to say. But yeah, those are my dreads. I will be doing more updates. I'm just gonna do a little bit more maintenance, and then I'll probably be heading to bed, so I will catch you all later.